Alright, we're going to find some more composite functions here, like in the part 1 or the number 1 video. The only difference is that the functions are a little bit more difficult to work with. So now we've got f of x equals x squared plus 2, g of x equals x squared minus 2. And again, we're going to find f of g of x, g of f of x, and then we'll evaluate f of g of 2. So f of g of x. Keep in mind that means f of g of x. So that means we want to take g of x and use it as the input for the f function. So we start with the f. F of x is equal to x squared plus 2. And then we're going to replace the x by g of x. So f of g of x equals, replace the x, so this quantity is going to be squared. So we're replacing the x by g of x, and g of x is x squared minus 2, squared, carrying down, and then plus 2. And now we can simplify. So we're going to distribute x squared minus 2, x squared minus 2, bring down the plus 2. So multiplying out, we get x squared, or x to the 4th, minus 2x squared minus 2x squared is minus 4x squared, and then plus 4. Bring down the plus 2, and we have x to the 4th minus 4x squared plus 6. And that's what f of g of x equals. And that's just another way of writing f of g of x. So here's our answer. In part B, we're instead going to find g of f of x. So that means we want to use f as the input for g. So again, we start with the first function and look at what that equals. G of x equals x squared minus 2. So if I now want g of f of x, that means I want to replace the input x up here with the function f of x. So I'm going to replace this x and keep it squared like it is up here. Bring down the minus 2. I'm going to replace this x by f of x. F of x is x squared plus 2. So now f has been used as the input for g of x. And we can multiply out. So we have x squared plus 2 times itself, bring down the minus 2. Multiplying it out, we get x to the 4th, plus 2x squared is plus 4x squared, and then plus 4, bring down the minus 2, and that gives us x to the 4th plus 4x squared plus 2, which equals g of f of x, or another way to write that is g of f of x. And in part C, we want to evaluate a value, and we want to find f of g of 2. F of g of 2. And another way to think about that, or another way to write it, would be f of g of 2. Whoops, that's supposed to be a 2 right there. Pretend it is. Alright, so we can find this two ways. Let's take f of g of x that we found in part A. F of g of x is equal to x to the 4th minus 4x squared plus 6. And now we want to find f of g of 2. So that means f of g of 2 is, and replace every x by 2. 2 to the 4th minus 4 times 2 squared plus 6. And evaluating that, we get 2 squared, or 2 to the 4th is 16, minus 4 times 2 squared is 4, so 4 times 4, 16, plus 6, and that gives us 6 for f of g of 2. And just as a check, you can do it out yourself and see that this will be the exact same answer as if you do out f of g of 2. So in other words, take g of x, put in x is 2 as your input, then take that result and feed it in as the input for f. And you should get the same answer out, equal to 6.